Please read the seventh commandment aloud along with me. You shall not steal. What does this mean? We should fear and love God so that we do not take our neighbor's money or possessions or get them in any dishonest way, but help him to improve and protect his possessions and income. Many of us grew up in Sunday school hearing the story about Zacchaeus. We sing about how small he was, and we know the type of tree that he selected to be his perch so that he could overlook the road that Jesus was going to walk by on. And we can probably even, through song, recite the conversation that Jesus and Zacchaeus had. It's an amazing story. But how many of us actually take seriously that incredible change of heart that takes place within this small but wealthy man? And so I invite you to follow along as I share the story of Zacchaeus as it is recorded in the Gospel of Luke. And I want you to pay careful attention to what we might call his moment of conversion. That moment that he was so captivated by the word and work of Jesus that his life never looked the same again. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through it. Now a man named Zacchaeus was there, and he was a chief tax collector and was rich. And he was trying to get a look at Jesus. But being a short man, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran on ahead and climbed up in a sycamore tree to see Jesus, because Jesus was going to pass that way. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down quickly, because I must stay at your house today. So he came down quickly and welcomed Jesus joyfully. And when the people saw it, they all complained. He has gone in to be the guest of a man who is a sinner. But Zacchaeus stopped and said to the Lord, Look, Lord, half of my possessions I now give to the poor, and if I have cheated anyone of anything, I am paying back 4 times as much. And then Jesus said to him, Today salvation has come to this household, because he too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. Did you catch it? In the matter of a moment, Zacchaeus' life changes dramatically. He had spent much of his life accumulating wealth. I'm sure that Zacchaeus had a nice house, and it was filled with nice things. I'm sure he ate nice food and ate at nice restaurants. He probably eagerly invested his money in the house projects that he had, and he took nice vacations for himself. Zacchaeus had a good life. He had little to worry about. But when Jesus called Zacchaeus by name and invited Zacchaeus into his family, Zacchaeus was a completely different person. At the feet of Jesus, his perspective changed dramatically. No longer was he concerned about accruing wealth. No longer was he concerned about possessions. No longer was his chief concern about earthly comfort. I mean, can you imagine such a dramatic change in a single moment? Can you even imagine, just like that, giving up over half of everything you own? After Zacchaeus became a member of a new family, he had big shoes to fill. He had promises, after all, that he had made to Jesus. And he had to keep these promises. And he had a completely different life to lead. And the seventh commandment directs us to a Zacchaeus-like life at the feet of Jesus. As we study this commandment this week, we will begin to dramatically reimagine how we view our earthly possessions. We will begin to see how the heart change that we have received in baptism is lived out through our day-to-day life, even in the midst of a possession-obsessed society. Even though we, like Zacchaeus, have undergone an incredible heart change, we still have work to do. It would be ridiculous to think that Zacchaeus never broke the seventh commandment again. Zacchaeus had to form new habits and break bad habits that he had practiced for so long. But Zacchaeus wasn't alone. Like us, Zacchaeus had a new family to help and support him in living the life-changing gospel he had received. Please pray with me. Lord God, giver of every good and perfect gift, teach us to rejoice in the bounty of your gifts given to our neighbors and curb our appetite to claim for ourselves by theft or dishonesty the money or possessions you have bestowed on them. Instead, give us cheerful hearts and willing hands to help our neighbors improve and protect their livelihood. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.